Chapter 1. Adam, Seth, Enosh, Kenan, Mahalalel, Jared, Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The sons of Japheth: Gomer and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshech, and Tiras. The sons of Gomer: Ashkenaz, and Diphath, and Togarmah. The sons of Javan: Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Rodanim. The sons of Ham: Cush, and Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. The sons of Cush: Seba, and Havilah, and Sapta, and Rama, and Sabteka. The sons of Rama: Sheba, and Dedan. Cush became the father of Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. Mizraim became the father of Ludim, and Ananim, and Lahabim, and Nephtohim, and Pathrusim, and Casluhim, from whence came the Philistines, and Caphtorim. Canaan became the father of Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, and the Jebusite, and the Amorite, and the Girgashite, and the Hivite, and the Archite, and the Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the Zemarite, and the Hamathite. The sons of Shem: Elam, and Asher, and Arpachshad, and Lud, and Aram, and Uz, and Hul, and Gether, and Meshech. Arpachshad became the father of Shelah, and Shelah became the father of Eber. To Eber were born 2 sons. The name of the one was Peleg, for in his days the earth was divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. Joktan became the father of Almodad, and Sheleph, and Hazarmaveth, and Jerah, and Hadaram, and Uzal, and Digla, and Ebal, and Abimael, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan. Shem, Arpachshad, Shelah, Eber, Peleg, Ru, Serug, Nahor, Terah, Abram, the same as Abraham. The sons of Abraham: Isaac, and Ishmael. These are their generations. The firstborn of Ishmael: Nebaioth, then Kedar, then Adbeel, and Mibsam, Mishma, and Duma, Massa, Hadad, and Tema, Jeter, Naphish, and Kedema. These are the sons of Ishmael. The sons of Keturah: Abraham's concubine. She bore Zimran, and Jokshan, and Medan, and Midian, and Ishbak, and Shua. The sons of Jokshan: Sheba, and Dedan. The sons of Midian: Ephah, and Epher, and Hanak, and Abida, and Eldah. All these were the sons of Keturah. Abraham became the father of Isaac. The sons of Isaac: Esau, and Israel. The sons of Esau: Eliphaz, Ruel, and Jeush, and Jalam, and Korah. The sons of Eliphaz: Teman, and Omar, Zephi, and Gatam, Kenaz, and Timnah, and Amalek. The sons of Ruel: Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Misa. The sons of Seir: Lotan, and Shobal, and Zibeon, and Anna, and Dishon, and Ezer, and Dishan. The sons of Lotan: Horai, and Homam, and Timnah was Lotan's sister. The sons of Shobal: Alian, and Manahath, and Ebal, Shephi, and Onam. The sons of Zibeon: Aiah, and Anna. The sons of Anna: Dishon. The sons of Dishon: Hamran, and Eshban, and Ithran, and Cheran. The sons of Ezer: Bilhan, and Zavan, Jachan. The sons of Dishan: Uz, and Aran. Now these are the kings who reigned in the land of Edom, before there reigned any king over the children of Israel: Bela the son of Beor, and the name of his city was Dinhaba. Bela died, and Jobab the son of Zerah of Bozrah reigned in his place. Jobab died, and Husham of the land of the Timonites reigned in his place. Husham died, and Hadad the son of Bedad, who struck Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his place, and the name of his city was Avith. Hadad died, and Samlah of Masrekah reigned in his place. Samlah died, and Shaul of Rehoboth by the river reigned in his place. Shaul died, and Baal-Hanan the son of Achbor reigned in his place. Baal-Hanan died, and Hadad reigned in his place. And the name of his city was Pai, and his wife's name was Mehetabel, the daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mezahab. Hadad died. The chiefs of Edom were Chief Timnah, Chief Eliah, Chief Jetheth, Chief Hoholibamah, Chief Elah, Chief Pinon, Chief Kenaz, Chief Teman, Chief Mibzar, Chief Magdiel, Chief Imran. These are the chiefs of Edom. Chapter 2. These are the sons of Israel: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar and Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, and Benjamin, Naphtali, Gad, and Asher. The sons of Judah: and Onan, and Shelah, which three were born to him of Shua's daughter the Canaanitess. Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and he killed him. Tamar, his daughter-in-law, bore him Perez and Zerah. All the sons of Judah were 5. The sons of Perez: Hezron and Hamul. The sons of Zerah: Zimri and Ethan, and Heman and Calcol and Dara, 5 of them in all. The sons of Carmi: Achar, the troubler of Israel, who committed a trespass in the devoted thing. The sons of Ethan: Azariah. The sons also of Hezron who were born to him: Jerahmeel, and Ram, and Chelabai. Ram became the father of Amminadab, and Amminadab became the father of Nahshon, the prince of the children of Judah. And Nahshon became the father of Salma, and Salma became the father of Boaz, and Boaz became the father of Obed, and Obed became the father of Jesse, and Jesse became the father of his firstborn, Eliab, and Abinadab the second, and Shemaiah the third, Nethanel the fourth, Radai the fifth, Ozem the sixth, David the seventh, and their sisters were Zeruiah and Abigail. The sons of Zeruiah: Abishai and Joab and Asahel, 3. Abigail bore Amasa, and the father of Amasa was Jether the Ishmaelite. Caleb the son of Hezron became the father of children with Azubah his wife, and of Jerioth, and these were her sons: Jesher and Shobab and Ardan. Azubah died, and Caleb took to him Ephrath, who bore him Hur. Hur became the father of Uri, and Uri became the father of Bezalel. Afterward, Hezron went into the daughter of Machir, the father of Gilead, whom he took as a wife when he was 60 years old, and she bore him Segub. Segub became the father of Jair, who had 23 cities in the land of Gilead. Gesher and Aram took the towns of Jair from them, with Kenath and its villages, even 60 cities. All these were the sons of Machir, the father of Gilead. After that Hezron was dead, and Caleb Ephrathah, then Abijah, Hezron's wife, bore him Asher, the father of Tekoa. The sons of Jerahmeel, the firstborn of Hezron, were Ram, the firstborn, and Bunah, and Oren, and Ozem, and Ahijah. Jerahmeel had another wife, whose name was Atara. She was the mother of Onam. The sons of Ram, the firstborn of Jerahmeel, were Maaz, and Jamin, and Eker. The sons of Onam were Shammai and Jada. The sons of Shammai: Nadab and Abishur. The name of the wife of Abishur was Abihail, and she bore him Aban and Molid. The sons of Nadab: Selab and Appaim, but Seled died without children. The sons of Appaim: Ishai. The sons of Ishai: Shishan. The sons of Shishan: Alai. The sons of Jada, the brother of Shammai: Jether and Jonathan, and Jether died without children. The sons of Jonathan: Peleth and Zaza. These were the sons of Jerahmeel. Now Sheshan had no sons, but daughters. Sheshan had a servant, an Egyptian, whose name was Jarha. Sheshan gave his daughter to Jarha his servant as a wife, and she bore him Attai. Attai became the father of Nathan, and Nathan became the father of Zabad, and Zabad became the father of Ephlal, and Ephlal became the father of Obed, and Obed became the father of Jehu, and Jehu became the father of Azariah, and Azariah became the father of Helez, and Helez became the father of Eliashah, and Eliashah became the father of Sismai, and Sismai became the father of Shallum, and Shallum became the father of Jechamiah, and Jechamiah became the father of Elishama. The sons of Caleb the brother of Jerahmeel were Mesha his firstborn, who was the father of Ziph, and the sons of Marishah the father of Hebron. The sons of Hebron, Korah, and Tappuah, and Rechem, and Shema. Shema became the father of Raham, the father of Jorkiam, and Rechem became the father of Shammai. The son of Shammai was Maon, and Maon was the father of Besur. Ephah, Caleb's concubine, bore Haran, and Moza, and Gazez, and Haran became the father of Gazez. The sons of Gadai, Regem, and Jotham, and Geshem, and Pelet, and Ephah, and Shaph. Maacah, Caleb's concubine, bore Sheber and Tirhana. She also bore Shaph, the father of Madmanah, Sheva, the father of Machbanah, and the father of Gibeah. And the daughter of Caleb was Achsah. These were the sons of Caleb, the son of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrathah. Shobal, the father of Kiriath Jearim. Salma, the father of Bethlehem. Hariph, the father of Beth Gader. Shobal, the father of Kiriath Jearim, had sons, Haroeh, half of the Manohath. The families of Kiriath Jearim. The Ithrites, and the Puthites, and the Shumathites, and the Mishraites. Of them came the Zorathites and the Eshtaolites. The sons of Salma, Bethlehem, and the Netophathites, Atroth Beth Joab, and half of the Manathites, and the Zorites. The families of scribes who lived at Jabez, the Tirathites, the Shemaathites, the Succothites. These are the Kenites who came of Hamath, the father of the house of Rechab. Chapter 3. Now these were the sons of David, who were born to him in Hebron. The firstborn Amnon, of Ahinoam, the Jezreelitess. The second Daniel, of Abigail the Carmelitess. The third Absalom, the son of Maacah, the daughter of Talmai, king of Geshur. The fourth Adonijah, the son of Haggith. The fifth Shephatiah of Abital. The sixth Ithream, by Eglah his wife. 6 were born to him in Hebron, and there he reigned 7 years and 6 months. In Jerusalem he reigned 33 years, and these were born to him in Jerusalem. Shimeah and Shobab, and Nathan and Solomon 4, of Bathsheba the daughter of Amiel. And Ibar, and Elishama, and Eliphalet, and Nogah, and Nepheg, and Japhia, and Elishama, and Elida, and Eliphalet 9. All these were the sons of David, besides the sons of the concubines, and Tamar was their sister. Solomon's son was Rehoboam, Abijah his son, Asa his son, Jehoshaphat his son, Joram his son, Ahaziah his son, Joash his son, Amaziah his son, Azariah his son, Jotham his son, Ahaz his son, Hezekiah his son, Manasseh his son, Ammon his son, Josiah his son. The sons of Josiah: the firstborn Johanan, the second Jehoiakim, the third Zedekiah, the fourth Shallum. The sons of Jehoiakim: Jeconiah his son, Zedekiah his son. The sons of Jeconiah the captive: Shealtiel his son, and Malchiram, and Pedaiah, and Shenazar, Jechamiah, Hoshama, and Nebadiah. The sons of Pedaiah: Zerubbabel and Shimei. The sons of Zerubbabel: Meshullam and Hananiah, and Shelemith was their sister, and Hashubah, and Ohil, and Berechiah, and Hasadiah, and Jeshwab Hesed 5. The sons of Hananiah: Pelatiah and Jeshiah. The sons of Raphiah: the sons of Arnan. The sons of Obadiah: the sons of Shechaniah. The sons of Shechaniah: Shemaiah. The sons of Shemaiah: Hattush and Igal, and Beriah, and Neriah, and Shaphat, 6. The sons of Neriah, Elioenai, and Hirskiah, and Azrikam, 3. The sons of Elioenai, Hadobiah, and Eliashib, and Peliah, and Akub, and Johanan, and Deliah, and Anani, 7. Chapter 4. The sons of Judah, Perez, Hezron, and Carmi, and Hur, and Shobal. Reiah the son of Shobal became the father of Jahath, and Jahath became the father of Ahumai, and Lahad. These are the families of the Zorathites. These were the sons of the father of Etam, Jezreel, and Ishma, and Idbash, and the name of their sister was Hazalelponai, and Penuel, the father of Gedor, and Ezer, the father of Husha. These are the sons of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrathah, the father of Bethlehem. Asher, the father of Tekoa, had 2 wives, Helah and Nara. Nara bore him Ahuzam, and Hepher, and Temani, and Ahashterai. These were the sons of Nara. The sons of Helah were Zereth, Izhar, and Ethnan. Hakkoz became the father of Anab, and Zabobah, and the families of Aharlel, the son of Haram. Jabez was more honorable than his brothers, and his mother named him Jabez, saying, Because I bore him with sorrow. Jabez called on the God of Israel, saying, Oh, that you would bless me indeed, and enlarge my border, and that your hand might be with me, and that you would keep me from evil, that it not be to my sorrow. God granted him that which he requested. Caleb the brother of Shuha became the father of Mahir, who was the father of Eshton. Eshton became the father of Bethrapha, and Paseah, and Tahina the father of Ir-Nahash. These are the men of Rekah. The sons of Kenaz, Othniel and Sariah. The sons of Othniel, Hathath. Meonothai became the father of Ophrah, and Sariah became the father of Joab, the father of Ge Harashim, for they were craftsmen. The sons of Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, Eru, Elah, and Nam. And the sons of Elah, and Kenaz. The sons of Jehalalel, Ziph, and Zepha, Teriah, and Asarel. The sons of Ezra, Jether, and Mered, and Epher, and Jalan. And she bore Miriam, and Shammai, and Ishba, the father of Eshtemoa. His wife the Jewish bore Jared, the father of Gedor, and Heber, the father of Soko, and Jekuthiel, the father of Zanoah. These are the sons of Bethiah, the daughter of Pharaoh, whom Mered took. The sons of the wife of Hodiah, the sister of Naham, were the father of Keilah the Garmite, and Eshtemoa the Maacathite. The sons of Shimon, Ammon, and Rina, Ben-Hanan, and Telon. The sons of Ishi, Zoheth, and Ben-Zoheth. The sons of Shelah, the son of Judah, the father of Lekah, and Lada, the father of Maresha, and the families of the house of those who worked fine linen, of the house of Ashbea. And Jocham, and the men of Kozeba, and Joash, and Saraph, who had dominion in Moab, and Jeshub-Lahim. The records are ancient. These were the potters, and the inhabitants of Netaim and Gedera. There they lived with the king for his work. The sons of Simeon, Nemuel and Jamin, Jareb, Zerah, Shaul, Shallum his son, Mibsam his son, Mishma his son. The sons of Mishma, Hamuel his son, Zakur his son, Shimei his son. Shimei had 16 sons and 6 daughters, but his brothers didn't have many children, neither did all their family multiply like the children of Judah. They lived at Beersheba, and Molatha, and Hazar-Shual, and at Bilhah, and at Azim, and at Tolad, and at Bethuel, and at Hormah, and at Ziklag, and at Beth-Markaboth, and at Hazar-Susim, and at Beth-Birai, and at Sharaim. These were the cities to the reign of David. Their villages were Etam, and Ain, Rimmon, and Token, and Ashan, 5 cities, and all their villages that were round about the same cities, to Baal. These were their habitations, and there they have their genealogy. Meshobab and Jamlech, and Joshua the son of Amaziah, and Joel, and Jehu the son of Joshabiah, the son of Sariah the son of Asiel, and Elonai, and Jacobah, and Jeshoshahiah, and Asahai, and Adiel, and Jesimiel, and Benaiah, and Ziza the son of Shiphi, the son of Alon, the son of Jediah, the son of Shimri, the son of Shemaiah. These mentioned by name were princes in their families, and their fathers' houses increased greatly. They went to the entrance of Gedor, even to the east side of the valley, to seek pastures for their flocks. They found fat pasture and good, and the land was wide and quiet and peaceable, for those who lived there before were of Ham. These written by name came in the days of Hezekiah king of Judah, and struck their tents, and the Meonim who were found there, and destroyed them utterly to this day, and lived in their place, because there was pasture there for their flocks. Some of them, even of the sons of Simeon, 500 men, went to Mount Seir, having for their captains Pelatiah, and Neriah, and Rephaiah, and Uzziel the sons of Ishi. They struck the remnant of the Amalekites who escaped, and have lived there to this day. Chapter 5. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel. For he was the firstborn, but, because he defiled his father's couch, his birthright was given to the sons of Joseph, the son of Israel. And the genealogy is not to be reckoned after the birthright. For Judah prevailed above his brothers, and of him came the prince, but the birthright was Joseph's. The sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, Hanok and Palu, Hezron and Carmi. The sons of Joel, Shemaiah his son, Gog his son, Shimei his son, Micah his son, Reaiah his son, Baal his son, Bera his son, whom Tilgath-Pilneser king of Assyria carried away captive. He was prince of the Reubenites. His brothers by their families, when the genealogy of their generations was reckoned, the chief, Jael, and Zechariah, and Bela the son of Azaz, the son of Shema, the son of Joel, who lived in Aroer, even to Nebo and Baal-Meon. And eastward he lived even to the entrance of the wilderness, from the river Euphrates, because their cattle were multiplied in the land of Gilead. In the days of Saul, they made war with the Hagrites who fell by their hand, and they lived in their tents throughout all the land east of Gilead. The sons of Gad lived over against them, in the land of Bashan to Salekah, Joel the chief, and Shapham the second, and Janai and Shaphat in Bashan. Their brothers of their fathers' houses, Mikael and Meshullam, and Sheba, and Jorai, and Jachan, and Zia, and Eber, 7. These were the sons of Abihail, the son of Hurai, the son of Jeroah, the son of Gilead, the son of Mikael, the son of Jeshashai, the son of Jado, the son of Buz, Ahai, the son of Addiel, the son of Gunai, chief of their fathers' houses. They lived in Gilead in Bashan, and in its towns, and in all the suburbs of Sharon, as far as their borders. All these were reckoned by genealogies in the days of Jotham, king of Judah, and in the days of Jeroboam, king of Israel. The sons of Reuben and the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, of valiant men, men able to bear buckler and sword, and to shoot with bow, and skillful in war, were 44,760 that were able to go forth to war. They made war with the Hagrites, with Jeter and Naphish and Nodab. They were helped against them, and the Hagrites were delivered into their hand, and all who were with them, for they cried to God in the battle, and he was entreated of them, because they put their trust in him. They took away their cattle, of their camels 50,000, and of sheep 250,000, and of donkeys 2,000, and of men 100,000. For there fell many slain, because the war was of God. They lived in their place until the captivity. The children of the half-tribe of Manasseh lived in the land. They increased from Bashan to Baal-Hermon, and Senir and Mount Hermon. These were the heads of their fathers' houses, even Epher, and Ashai, and Eliel, and Azriel, and Jeremiah, and Hodaviah, and Jadiel, mighty men of valor, famous men, heads of their fathers' houses. They trespassed against the God of their fathers, and played the prostitute after the gods of the peoples of the land, whom God destroyed before them. The God of Israel stirred up the spirit of Pul, king of Assyria, and the spirit of Tilgath-Pilneser, king of Assyria, and he carried them away, even the Reubenites and the Gadites, and the half-tribe of Manasseh, and brought them to Hala, and Habor, and Hara, and to the river of Gozan, to this day. Chapter 6. The sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The sons of Kohath, Amram, Izhar, and Hebron, and Uzziel. The children of Amram, Aaron, and Moses, and Miriam. The sons of Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Eleazar became the father of Phinehas. Phinehas became the father of Abishua, and Abishua became the father of Bukai. Bukai became the father of Uzai, and Uzai became the father of Zerahiah, and Zerahiah became the father of Meraioth. Meraioth became the father of Amariah, and Amariah became the father of Ahitub, and Ahitub became the father of Zadok, and Zadok became the father of Ahimaaz, and Ahimaaz became the father of Azariah, and Azariah became the father of Johanan, and Johanan became the father of Azariah. It is he who executed the priest office in the house that Solomon built in Jerusalem. And Azariah became the father of Amariah, and Amariah became the father of Ahitub, and Ahitub became the father of Zadok, and Zadok became the father of Shallum, and Shallum became the father of Hilkiah, and Hilkiah became the father of Azariah, and Azariah became the father of Sariah, and Sariah became the father of Jehozadak. Jehozadak went into captivity, when the Lord carried away Judah and Jerusalem by the hand of Nebuchadnezzar. The sons of Levi, Gershom, Kohath, and Merari. These are the names of the sons of Gershom, Libni, and Shimei. The sons of Kohath were Amram, Izhar, and Hebron, and Uzziel. The sons of Merari, Malai, and Mushai. These are the families of the Levites according to their fathers' houses. Of Gershom, Libni his son, Jahath his son, Zimmah his son, Joah his son, Edo his son, Zerah his son, Jeatherai his son. The sons of Kohath, Aminadab his son, Korah his son, Aser his son, Elkanah his son, Abiasaph his son, and Aser his son, Tahath his son, Uriel his son, Uzziah his son, and Shaul his son. The sons of Elkanah, Amasai and Ahamoth. As for Elkanah, the sons of Elkanah, Zophai his son, and Nahath his son, Eliab his son, Jeroram his son, Elkanah his son. The sons of Samuel, the firstborn Joel, and the second Abijah. The sons of Merari, Malai, Libni his son, Shimei his son, Uzzah his son, Shemaiah his son, Haggai his son, Asaiah his son. These are they whom David set over the service of song in the house of the Lord, after that the ark had rest. They ministered with song before the tent of meeting, until Solomon had built the house of the Lord in Jerusalem, and they waited on their office according to their order. These are those who waited, and their sons. Of the sons of the Kohathites, Heman the singer, the son of Joel, the son of Samuel, the son of Elkanah, the son of Jeroham, the son of Eliel, the son of Toah, the son of Zuph, the son of Elkanah, the son of Mahath, the son of Amasai, the son of Elkanah, the son of Joel, the son of Azariah, the son of Zephaniah, the son of Tahath, the son of Aser, the son of Ebiasaph, the son of Korah, the son of Isar, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, the son of Israel. His brother Asaph, who stood on his right hand, even Asaph, the son of Berechiah, the son of Shemaiah, the son of Mikael, the son of Basaiah, the son of Machijah, the son of Ethni, the son of Zerah, the son of Adiah, the son of Ethan, the son of Shema, the son of Shemaiah, the son of Jahath, the son of Gershom, the son of Levi. On the left hand their brothers, the sons of Merari, Ethan the son of Kishai, the son of Abdi, the son of Malach, the son of Hashabiah, the son of Amaziah, the son of Hilkiah, the son of Amzi, the son of Bani, the son of Shemer, the son of Mali, the son of Mushai, the son of Merari, the son of Levi. Their brothers, the Levites, were appointed for all the service of the tent of the house of God. But Aaron and his sons offered on the altar of burnt offering, and on the altar of incense, for all the work of the most holy place, and to make atonement for Israel, according to all that Moses, the servant of God, had commanded. These are the sons of Aaron: Eleazar his son, Phinehas his son, Abushua his son, Bukai his son, Uzai his son, Zariah his son, Meriath his son, Amariah his son, Ahitub his son, Zadok his son, Ahimaaz his son. Now these are their dwelling places according to their encampments and their borders. To the sons of Aaron, of the families of the Kohathites, for theirs was the first lot, to them they gave Hebron in the land of Judah, and its suburbs round about it. But the fields of the city and the villages they gave to Caleb the son of Jephunneh. To the sons of Aaron they gave the cities of refuge, Hebron, Libnah, also with its suburbs, and Jatir, and Eshtemoa with its suburbs, and Hilen with its suburbs, Deber with its suburbs, and Ashan with its suburbs, and Bethshemesh with its suburbs, and out of the tribe of Benjamin, Geba with its suburbs, and Alameth with its suburbs, and Anathoth with its suburbs. All their cities throughout their families were 13 cities. To the rest of the sons of Kohath were given by lot, out of the family of the tribe, out of the half-tribe of Manasseh, 10 cities. To the sons of Gershom, according to their families, out of the tribe of Issachar, and out of the tribe of Asher, and out of the tribe of Naphtali, and out of the tribe of Manasseh in Bashan, 13 cities. To the sons of Merari were given by lot, according to their families, out of the tribe of Reuben, and out of the tribe of Gad, and out of the tribe of Zebulun, 12 cities. The children of Israel gave to the Levites the cities with their suburbs. They gave by lot out of the tribe of the children of Judah, and out of the tribe of the children of Simeon, and out of the tribe of the children of Benjamin, these cities which are mentioned by name. Some of the families of the sons of Kohath had their cities of their borders out of the tribe of Ephraim. They gave to them the cities of refuge, Shechem in the hill country of Ephraim with its suburbs, Gezer also with its suburbs, and Jokmeam with its suburbs, and Beth-horon with its suburbs, and Ajalon with its suburbs, and Gath-rimmon with its suburbs, and out of the half-tribe of Manasseh, Aner with its suburbs, and Beliam with its suburbs, for the rest of the family of the sons of Kohath. To the sons of Gershom were given out of the family of the half-tribe of Manasseh, Golan in Bashan with its suburbs, and Ashtaroth with its suburbs, and out of the tribe of Issachar, Kedesh with its suburbs, Daberoth with its suburbs, and Ramoth with its suburbs, and Anam with its suburbs, and out of the tribe of Asher, Mashal with its suburbs, and Adbon with its suburbs, and Hukok with its suburbs, and Rehob with its suburbs, and out of the tribe of Naphtali, Kedesh in Galilee with its suburbs, and Hammon with its suburbs, and Kiriathaim with its suburbs. To the rest of the Levites, the sons of Merari were given, out of the tribe of Zebulun, Rimono with its suburbs, Tabor with its suburbs, and beyond the Jordan at Jericho, on the east side of the Jordan were given them, out of the tribe of Reuben, Bezer in the wilderness with its suburbs, and Jaza with its suburbs, and Kedemoth with its suburbs, and Mephath with its suburbs, and out of the tribe of Gad, Ramoth in Gilead with its suburbs, and Mahanaim with its suburbs, and Heshbon with its suburbs, and Jazer with its suburbs. Chapter 7. Of the sons of Issachar, Tola and Puah, Jashub and Shimron 4. The sons of Tola, Uzai, and Raphiah, and Jeriel, and Jamai, and Ibsam, and Shemuel, heads of their fathers' houses, to wit of Tola, mighty men of valor in their generations. Their number in the days of David was 22,600. The sons of Uzai, Izrahiah. The sons of Izrahiah, Michael, and Obadiah, and Joel, and Ishiah, 5, all of them chief men. With them by their generations, after their fathers' houses, were bands of the host for war, 36,000, for they had many wives and sons. Their brothers among all the families of Issachar, mighty men of valor, reckoned in all by genealogy, were 87,000. The sons of Benjamin, Bela, and Becher, and Jediael, 3. The sons of Bela, Esbon, and Uzai, and Uziel, and Jeremoth, and Iri, 5. Heads of fathers' houses, mighty men of valor, and they were reckoned by genealogy, 22,034. The sons of Becher, Zemira, and Joash, and Eleazar, and Elioenai, and Omri, and Jeremoth, and Abijah, and Anathoth, and Alameth. All these were the sons of Becher. They were reckoned by genealogy after their generations, heads of their fathers' houses, mighty men of valor, 20,200. The sons of Jediael, Bilhan. The sons of Bilhan, Jeush, and Benjamin, and Ehud, and Chenah, and Zethan, and Tarshish. All these were the sons of Jediael, according to the heads of their fathers' houses, mighty men of valor, 17,200, who were able to go forth in the host for war. Shupam also, and Huppam, the sons of Husham, the sons of Aher. The sons of Naphtali, Gaziel, and Gunai, and Jezer, and Shalom, the sons of Bilhah. The sons of Manasseh, Asriel, whom his concubine, the Aramaitis, bore. She bore Machir, the father of Gilead. And Machir took a wife of Huppam and Shupam, whose sister's name was Maacah, and the name of the second was Zelophehad. And Zelophehad had daughters. Maacah, the wife of Machir, bore a son, and she named him Perish. And the name of his brother was Sherish, and his sons were Ulam and Rakem. The sons of Ulam, Bedan. These were the sons of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh. Her sister, Hamoleketh, bore Ishad, and Abiezer, and Malah. The sons of Shemida were Ahian, and Shechem, and Likhi, and Aniam. The sons of Ephraim, Shuthalah, and Bered his son, and Tahath his son, and Eladah his son, and Tahath his son, and Zabad his son, and Shuthalah his son, and Ezer, and Eliad, whom the men of Gath, who were born in the land, killed, because they came down to take away their cattle. Ephraim their father mourned many days, and his brothers came to comfort him. He went in to his wife, and she conceived and bore a son, and he named him Beriah, because it went evil with his house. His daughter was Shirah, who built Beth-horon the lower and the upper, and Uzan Shirah. Rapha was his son, and Resheph, and Telah his son, and Tahan his son, Ladan his son, Ammihud his son, Elishama his son, Nun his son, Joshua his son. Their possessions and habitations were Bethel and its towns, and eastward Naran, and westward Gezer and its towns, Shechem also and its towns, Ta'azah and its towns, and by the borders of the children of Manasseh, Bethshean and its towns, Tanakh and its towns, Megiddo and its towns, Dor and its towns. In these lived the children of Joseph, the son of Israel. The sons of Asher, Imnah and Ishva, and Ishvi, and Beriah, and Sarah their sister. The sons of Beriah, Heber and Machiel, who was the father of Birzith. Heber became the father of Japhlet, and Shomer, and Hotham, and Shua their sister. The sons of Japhlet, Pasak, and Bimhal, and Ashvath. These are the children of Japhlet. The sons of Shemer, Ahai, Roga, Jehuba, and Aram. The sons of Elam his brother, Zophath, and Imnah, and Shelish, and Amal. The sons of Zophath, Shua, and Harnepher, and Shual, and Beri, and Imrah, Bezer, and Had, and Shammah, and Shilshah, and Ithran, and Bera. The sons of Jether, Jephunneh, and Pispa, and Ara. The sons of Ulah, Ara, and Haniel, and Risiah. All these were the children of Asher, heads of the fathers' houses, choice and mighty men of valor, chief of the princes. The number of them reckoned by genealogy for service in war was 26,000 men. Chapter 8. Benjamin became the father of Bela his firstborn, Ashbel the second, and Ahara the third, Noha the fourth, and Rapha the fifth. Bela had sons, Adar and Gera and Abihud, and Abishua, and Naaman, and Ahoah, and Gera, and Shaphupan, and Huram. These are the sons of Ehud. These are the heads of the fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Geba, and they carried them captive to Manahath, and Naaman, and Ahijah, and Gera. He carried them captive, and he became the father of Uzzah and Ahihud. Saharaim became the father of children in the field of Moab, after he had sent them away. Husham and Bara were his wives. He became the father of Hodesh, Jobab, and Zabiah, and Misha, and Malcolm, and Jeuz, and Shekiah, and Mirma. These were his sons, heads of fathers' houses. Of Hushim he became the father of Abitub, and Elpal. The sons of Elpal, Eber, and Misham, and Shemed, who built Ono and Lod with its towns, and Beriah, and Shema, who were heads of the fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Ajalon, who put to flight the inhabitants of Gath, and Ahio, Shashak, and Jeremoth, and Zebadiah, and Arad, and Eder, and Mikael, and Ishbah, and Joha, the sons of Beriah, and Zebadiah, and Meshullam, and Hizkai, and Heber, and Ishmerai, and Isliah, and Jobab, the sons of Elpal, and Jacham, and Zichri, and Zabdi, and Elionai, Zilathai, and Eliel, and Adiah, and Beriah, and Shimrath, the sons of Shimei, and Ishban, and Eber, and Eliel, and Abdon, and Zichri, and Hanan, and Hananiah, and Elam, and Anthothijah, and Iphthiah, and Penuel, the sons of Shashak, and Shamsherai, and Shahariah, and Athaliah, and Jerushiah, and Elijah, and Zichri, the sons of Joram. These were the heads of the fathers' houses throughout their generations, chief men. These lived in Jerusalem. In Gibeon there lived the father of Gibeon, Jael, whose wife's name was Maachah, and his firstborn son Abdon, and Zur, and Kish, and Baal, and Nadab, and Gedor, and Ahio, and Zechar. Mikloth became the father of Shemaiah. They lived also with their brothers in Jerusalem over against their brothers. Ner became the father of Cush, and Kish became the father of Saul, and Saul became the father of Jonathan, and Malchishua, and Abinadab, and Eshbaal. The son of Jonathan was Meribbaal, and Meribbaal became the father of Micah. The sons of Micah, Pithon, and Melech, and Tereah, and Ahaz. Ahaz became the father of Jehoiada, and Jehoiada became the father of Alameth, and Asmaveth, and Zimri. And Zimri became the father of Moza. Moza became the father of Benaiah. Rapha was his son, Elisaiah his son, Azel his son. Azel had 6 sons, whose names are these: Azrikam, Bokeru, and Ishmael, and Shariah, and Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were the sons of Azel. The sons of Eshek his brother, Ulam his firstborn, Jeush the second, and Eliphalet the third. The sons of Ulam were mighty men of valor, archers, and had many sons, and sons, 150. All these were of the sons of Benjamin. Chapter 9. So all Israel were reckoned by genealogies, and behold, they are written in the book of the kings of Israel. And Judah was carried away captive to Babylon for their disobedience. Now the first inhabitants who lived in their possessions in their cities were Israel, the priests, the Levites, and the Nethinim. In Jerusalem lived of the children of Judah, and of the children of Benjamin, and of the children of Ephraim and Manasseh, Uthai the son of Ammihud, the son of Omri, the son of Imri, the son of Bani, of the children of Perez, the son of Judah. Of the Shilonites, Asaiah the firstborn and his sons. Of the sons of Zerah, Jael and their brothers, 690. Of the sons of Benjamin, Salu the son of Meshullam, the son of Hodaviah, the son of Hashunua, and Benaiah the son of Jeroram, and Elah the son of Uzai, the son of Michri, and Meshullam the son of Shephatiah, the son of Ruel, the son of Ibnijah, and their brothers, according to their generations, 956. All these men were heads of fathers' houses by their fathers' houses. Of the priest, Jediah and Joharib, Jachin and Azariah the son of Hilkiah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Zadok, the son of Meraioth, the son of Ahitub, the ruler of the house of God, and Adiah the son of Joram, the son of Pashur, the son of Malchijah, and Maasai the son of Adiel, the son of Jasrerah, the son of Meshullam, the son of Meshillemeth, the son of Immer, and their brothers, heads of their fathers' houses, 1,760, very able men for the work of the service of the house of God. Of the Levites, Shemaiah the son of Hashab, the son of Asrakam, the son of Hashabiah, of the sons of Merari, and Bakbakar, Herish, and Galal, and Mattaniah the son of Micah, the son of Zichri, the son of Asaph, and Obadiah the son of Shemaiah, the son of Galal, the son of Jeduthun, and Berechiah the son of Asa, the son of Elkanah, who lived in the villages of the Netophathites. The porters, Shallum and Akub, and Talmon, and Ahaman, and their brothers. Shallum was the chief, who hitherto waited in the king's gate eastward, for they were the porters for the camp of the children of Levi. Shallum the son of Korah, the son of Abiasaph, the son of Korah, and his brothers, of his father's house, the Korahites, were over the work of the service, keepers of the thresholds of the tent, and their fathers had been over the camp of the Lord, keepers of the entry. Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, was ruler over them in time past, and the Lord was with him. Zechariah, the son of Meshelemiah, was porter of the door of the tent of meeting. All these who were chosen to be porters in the thresholds were 212. These were reckoned by genealogy in their villages, whom David and Samuel the seer did ordain in their office of trust. So they and their children had the oversight of the gates of the house of the Lord, even the house of the tent, by wards. On the 4 sides were the porters, toward the east, west, north, and south. Their brothers and their villages were to come in every 7 days from time to time to be with them. For the 4 chief porters who were Levites were in an office of trust, and were over the chambers and over the treasuries in the house of God. They lodged round about the house of God, because the charge of it was on them, and to them pertained the opening of it morning by morning. Certain of them had charge of the vessels of service, for by count were these brought in, and by count were these taken out. Some of them also were appointed over the furniture, and over all the vessels of the sanctuary, and over the fine flour, and the wine, and the oil, and the frankincense, and the spices. Some of the sons of the priests prepared the confection of the spices. Mattathiah, one of the Levites, who was the firstborn of Shallum the Korahite, had the office of trust over the things that were baked in pans. Some of their brothers, of the sons of the Kohathites, were over the showbread, to prepare it every Sabbath. These are the singers, heads of fathers' houses of the Levites, who lived in the chambers, and were free from other service, for they were employed in their work day and night. These were heads of fathers' houses of the Levites, throughout their generations, chief men. These lived at Jerusalem. In Gibeon there lived the father of Gibeon, Jael, whose wife's name was Maachah, and his firstborn son, Abdon, and Zur, and Kish, and Baal, and Ner, and Nadab, and Gedor, and Ahio, and Zechariah, and Mikloth. Mikloth became the father of Shimeam. They lived also with their brothers in Jerusalem, over against their brothers. Ner became the father of Kish, and Kish became the father of Saul, and Saul became the father of Jonathan, and Malchishua, and Abinadab, and Eshbaal. The son of Jonathan was Meribbaal, and Meribbaal became the father of Micah. The sons of Micah, Pithon, and Melech, and Tereah, and Ahaz. Ahaz became the father of Jarah, and Jarah became the father of Elameth, and Asmaveth, and Zimri. And Zimri became the father of Moza, and Moza became the father of Benaiah, and Raphiah his son, Eleasa his son, Azel his son. Azel had 6 sons, whose names are these: Azrikam, Bacharu, and Ishmael, and Shariah, and Obadiah, and Hanan. These were the sons of Azel. Chapter 10. Now the Philistines fought against Israel, and the men of Israel fled from before the Philistines, and fell down slain on Mount Gilboa. The Philistines followed hard after Saul and after his sons, and the Philistines killed Jonathan, and Abinadab, and Malchishua, the sons of Saul. The battle went sore against Saul, and the archers overtook him, and he was distressed by reason of the archers. Then Saul said to his armor-bearer, Draw your sword, and thrust me through with it, lest these uncircumcised come and abuse me. But his armor-bearer would not, for he was very afraid. Therefore Saul took his sword and fell on it. When his armor-bearer saw that Saul was dead, he likewise fell on his sword and died. So Saul died, and his 3 sons, and all his house died together. When all the men of Israel who were in the valley saw that they fled, and that Saul and his sons were dead, they forsook their cities and fled, and the Philistines came and lived in them. It happened on the next day, when the Philistines came to strip the slain, that they found Saul and his sons fallen on Mount Gilboa. They stripped him, and took his head and his armor, and sent it into the land of the Philistines round about, to carry the news to their idols and to the people. They put his armor in the house of their gods, and fastened his head in the house of Dagon. When all Jabesh-Gilead heard all that the Philistines had done to Saul, all the valiant men arose, and took away the body of Saul and the bodies of his sons, and brought them to Jabesh, and buried their bones under the oak in Jabesh, and fasted 7 days. So Saul died for his trespass which he committed against the Lord, because of the word of the Lord which he didn't keep, and also because he asked counsel of one who had a familiar spirit to inquire thereby, and didn't inquire of the Lord. Therefore he killed him, and turned the kingdom to David the son of Jesse. Chapter 11. Then all Israel gathered themselves to David to Hebron, saying, Behold, we are your bone and your flesh. In times past, even when Saul was king, it was you who led out and brought in Israel. And the Lord your God said to you, You shall be shepherd of my people Israel, and you shall be prince over my people Israel. So all the elders of Israel came to the king to Hebron, and David made a covenant with them in Hebron before the Lord. And they anointed David king over Israel, according to the word of the Lord by Samuel. David and all Israel went to Jerusalem, the same as Jebus, and the Jebusites, the inhabitants of the land, were there. The inhabitants of Jebus said to David, You shall not come in here. Nevertheless, David took the stronghold of Zion, the same is the city of David. David said, Whoever strikes the Jebusites first shall be chief and captain. Joab the son of Zeruiah went up first and was made chief. David lived in the stronghold, therefore they called it the city of David. He built the city round about, from Milo even round about, and Joab repaired the rest of the city. David grew greater and greater, for the Lord of armies was with him. Now these are the chief of the mighty men whom David had, who showed themselves strong with him in his kingdom, together with all Israel, to make him king, according to the word of the Lord concerning Israel. This is the number of the mighty men whom David had. Jashobeam, the son of a Hachmonite, the chief of the 30. He lifted up his spear against 300 and killed them at one time. After him was Eleazar the son of Dodo the Ahohite, who was one of the 3 mighty men. He was with David at Pasadamim, where the Philistines were gathered together to battle, where was a plot of ground full of barley, and the people fled from before the Philistines. They stood in the midst of the plot and defended it, and killed the Philistines, and the Lord saved them by a great victory. 3 of the 30 chief men went down to the rock to David, into the cave of Adullam, and the host of the Philistines were encamped in the valley of Rephaim. David was then in the stronghold, and the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. David longed and said, "Oh, that one would give me water to drink of the well of Bethlehem which is by the gate." The three broke through the host of the Philistines, and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it, and brought it to David. But David would not drink of it, but poured it out to the Lord, and said, "My God forbid me, that I should do this. Shall I drink the blood of these men who have put their lives in jeopardy? For with the jeopardy of their lives they brought it." Therefore he would not drink it. These things did the three mighty men. Abishai, the brother of Joab, he was chief of the three, for he lifted up his spear against 300 and killed them, and had a name among the three. Of the three, he was more honorable than the two, and was made their captain. However, he didn't attain to the first three. Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kabzeel, who had done mighty deeds, he killed the two sons of Ariel of Moab. He went down also and killed a lion in the midst of a pit in the time of snow. He killed an Egyptian, a man of great stature, 5 cubits high, and in the Egyptian's hand was a spear like a weaver's beam. And he went down to him with a staff, and plucked the spear out of the Egyptian's hand, and killed him with his own spear. These things did Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, and had a name among the three mighty men. Behold, he was more honorable than the 30, but didn't attain to the first three, and David set him over his guard. Also the mighty men of the armies, Asahel the brother of Joab, Elhanan the son of Dodo of Bethlehem, Shammoth the Harorite, Helez the Pelonite, Ira the son of Ikesh the Tekoite, Abiezer the Anothathite, Shibkai the Hushathite, Eli the Ahohite, Maharai the Netophathite, Heled the son of Bana the Netophathite, Ithai the son of Ribai of Gibeah, of the children of Benjamin, Benaiah the Peranothite, Hurai of the brooks of Gash, Abiel the Abarthite, Azameth the Baharumite, Eliba the Shalbanite, the sons of Hashem the Gizonite, Jonathan the son of Shagi the Harite, Ahiam the son of Sakar the Hararite, Eliphal the son of Hefer the Macherathite, Ahijah the Pelonite, Hezro the Carmelite, Nari the son of Ezbai, Joel the brother of Nathan, Mibhar the son of Hagri, Zelek the Ammonite, Naharai the Berothite, the armor-bearer of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, Ira the Ithrite, Gareb the Ithrite, Uriah the Hittite, Zabad the son of Halai, Adonah the son of Shiza the Reubenite, a chief of the Reubenites, and 30 with him, Hanan the son of Makkah, and Joshaphat the Mithnite, Uzziah the Ashtarothite, Shammah and Jael the sons of Hotham the Arorite, Jediel the son of Shimri, and Joah his brother the Tizite, Eliel the Mahavite, Jerubai and Josaphi the sons of Elnam, and Ithma the Moabite, Eliel and Obad, and Jasiel the Mezobite. Chapter 12. Now these are those who came to David to Ziklag, while he yet kept himself close because of Saul the son of Kish, and they were among the mighty men, his helpers in war. They were armed with bows, and could use both the right hand and the left in slinging stones, and in shooting arrows from the bow. They were of Saul's brothers of Benjamin. The chief was Ahiezer, then Joash, the sons of Shema the Gibbethite, and Jeziel and Pelet, the sons of Azamatheth, and Barakah, and Jehu the Anothathite, and Ishmaiah the Gibeonite, a mighty man among the 30, and over the 30, and Jeremiah, and Jahaziel, and Johanan, and Jozabad the Gederathite, Eluzai, and Jeremoth, and Beliah, and Shemariah, and Shephatiah the Haruphite, Elkanah, and Ishiah, and Azarel, and Joazer, and Jeshobeam, the Korahites, and Joelah, and Zebadiah, the sons of Jeroham of Gedor. Of the Gadites there separated themselves to David to the stronghold in the wilderness mighty men of valor, men trained for war, that could handle shield and spear, whose faces were like the faces of lions, and they were as swift as the roes on the mountains. Ezer the chief, Obadiah the second, Eliab the third, Mishmannah the fourth, Jeremiah the fifth, Attai the sixth, Eliel the seventh, Johanan the eighth, Elzabad the ninth, Jeremiah the 10th, Machbani the 11th. These of the sons of Gad were captains of the host. He who was the least was equal to 100, and the greatest to 1,000. These are those who went over the Jordan in the first month, when it had overflowed all its banks, and they put to flight all them of the valleys, both toward the east and toward the west. There came of the children of Benjamin and Judah to the stronghold to David. David went out to meet them and answered them, If you come peaceably to me to help me, my heart shall be knit to you. But if you have come to betray me to my adversaries, seeing there is no wrong in my hands, the God of our fathers look thereon and rebuke it. Then the Spirit came on Amasai, who was chief of the 30, and he said, We are yours, David, and on your side, you son of Jesse. Peace, peace be to you, and peace be to your helpers, for your God helps you. Then David received them, and made them captains of the band. Of Manasseh also there fell away some to David when he came with the Philistines against Saul to battle. But they didn't help them, for the lords of the Philistines sent him away after consultation, saying, He will fall away to his master Saul to the jeopardy of our heads. As he went to Ziklag, there fell to him of Manasseh, Adnah and Jozabad, and Jediel, and Michael and Jozabad, and Elihu and Zelathai, captains of thousands who were of Manasseh. They helped David against the band of rovers, for they were all mighty men of valor, and were captains in the host. For from day to day men came to David to help him, until there was a great host like the host of God. These are the numbers of the heads of those who were armed for war, who came to David to Hebron, to turn the kingdom of Saul to him, according to the word of the Lord. The children of Judah who bore shield and spear were 6,800, armed for war. Of the children of Simeon, mighty men of valor for the war, 7,100. Of the children of Levi, 4,600. Jehoiada was the leader of the house of Aaron, and with him were 3,700. And Zadok, a young man mighty of valor, and his father's house, 22 captains. Of the children of Benjamin, the brothers of Saul, 3,000. For hitherto the greatest part of them had kept their allegiance to the house of Saul. Of the children of Ephraim, 20,800, mighty men of valor, famous men in their fathers' houses. Of the half-tribe of Manasseh, 18,000, who were mentioned by name, to come and make David king. Of the children of Issachar, men who had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do. The heads of them were 200, and all their brothers were at their commandment. Of Zebulun, such as were able to go out in the host, who could set the battle in array, with all manner of instruments of war, 50,000, and who could order the battle, and were not of double heart. Of Naphtali 1,000 captains, and with them shield and spear, 37,000. Of the Danites, who could set the battle in array, 28,600. Of Asher, such as were able to go out in the host, who could set the battle in array, 40,000. On the other side of the Jordan, of the Reubenites and the Gadites, and of the half-tribe of Manasseh, with all manner of instruments of war for the battle, 120,000. All these being men of war who could order the battle array, came with a perfect heart to Hebron to make David king over all Israel, and all the rest also of Israel were of one heart to make David king. They were there with David 3 days, eating and drinking, for their brothers had made preparation for them. Moreover, those who were near to them, even as far as Issachar and Zebulun and Naphtali, bought bread on donkeys, and on camels, and on mules, and on oxen, food of meal, cake of figs, and clusters of raisins, and wine and oil and oxen, and sheep in abundance, for there was joy in Israel. Chapter 13. David consulted with the captains of thousands and of hundreds, even with every leader. David said to all the assembly of Israel, If it seems good to you, and if it be of the Lord our God, let us send abroad everywhere to our brothers who are left in all the land of Israel, with whom the priests and the Levites are in their cities that have suburbs, that they may gather themselves to us. And let us bring again the ark of our God to us, for we didn't seek it in the days of Saul. All the assembly said that they would do so, for the thing was right in the eyes of all the people. So David assembled all Israel together, from the Shihor, the brook of Egypt, even to the entrance of Hamath, to bring the ark of God from Kiriath-Jearim. David went up, and all Israel, to Baalah, that is, to Kiriath-Jearim, which belonged to Judah, to bring up from there the ark of the Lord God that sits above the cherubim, that is called by the name. They carried the ark of God on a new cart, and brought it out of the house of Abinadab, and Uzzah and Ahio drove the cart. David and all Israel played before God with all their might, even with songs, and with harps, and with psalteries, and with tambourines, and with cymbals, and with trumpets. When they came to the threshing floor of Chidon, Uzzah put forth his hand to hold the ark, for the oxen stumbled. The anger of the Lord was kindled against Uzzah, and he struck him, because he had put forth his hand to the ark, and there he died before God. David was displeased because the Lord had broken forth on Uzzah, and he called that place Perez Uzzah to this day. David was afraid of God that day, saying, How shall I bring the ark of God home to me? So David didn't move the ark to him into the city of David, but carried it aside into the house of Obed-Edom the Gittite. The ark of God remained with the family of Obed-Edom in his house 3 months, and the Lord blessed the house of Obed-Edom, and all that he had. Chapter 14. Hiram, king of Tyre, sent messengers to David, and cedar trees, and masons, and carpenters to build him a house. David perceived that the Lord had established him king over Israel, for his kingdom was exalted on high, for his people Israel's sake. David took more wives at Jerusalem, and David became the father of more sons and daughters. These were the names of the children whom he had in Jerusalem: Shammua and Shobab, Nathan and Solomon, and Ibhar and Elishua, and Eliphet, and Nogah and Nepheg, and Japhia, and Elishama, and Belihada, and Eliphalet. When the Philistines heard that David was anointed king over all Israel, all the Philistines went up to seek David, and David heard of it, and went out against them. Now the Philistines had come and made a raid in the valley of Rephaim. David inquired of God, saying, Shall I go up against the Philistines, and will you deliver them into my hand? The Lord said to him, Go up, for I will deliver them into your hand. So they came up to Baal Perazim, and David struck them there. And David said, God has broken my enemies by my hand, like the breach of waters. Therefore they called the name of that place Baal Perazim. They left their gods there, and David gave commandment, and they were burned with fire. The Philistines yet again made a raid in the valley. David inquired again of God, and God said to him, You shall not go up after them. Turn away from them, and come on them over against the mulberry trees. It shall be, when you hear the sound of marching in the tops of the mulberry trees, that then you shall go out to battle, for God has gone out before you to strike the host of the Philistines. David did as God commanded him, and they struck the host of the Philistines from Gibeon even to Gezer. The fame of David went out into all lands, and the Lord brought the fear of him on all nations. Chapter 15. David made himself houses in the city of David, and he prepared a place for the ark of God, and pitched for it a tent. Then David said, None ought to carry the ark of God but the Levites, For them has the Lord chosen to carry the ark of God, and to minister to him forever. David assembled all Israel at Jerusalem, to bring up the ark of the Lord to its place which he had prepared for it. David gathered together the sons of Aaron and the Levites, of the sons of Kohath, Uriel the chief, and his brothers, 120. Of the sons of Merari, Asaiah the chief, and his brothers, 220. Of the sons of Gershom, Joel the chief, and his brothers, 130. Of the sons of Elisaphan, Shemaiah the chief, and his brothers, 200. Of the sons of Hebron, Eliel the chief, and his brothers, 80. Of the sons of Uzziel, Aminadab the chief, and his brothers, 112. David called for Zadok and Abiathar the priest, and for the Levites, for Uriel, Asaiah, and Joel, Shemaiah, and Eliel, and Aminadab, and said to them, You are the heads of the fathers' houses of the Levites. Sanctify yourselves, both you and your brothers, that you may bring up the ark of the Lord, the God of Israel, to the place that I have prepared for it. For because you didn't carry it at the first, the Lord our God made a breach on us, because we didn't seek him according to the ordinance. So the priest and the Levites sanctified themselves to bring up the ark of the Lord, the God of Israel. The children of the Levites bore the ark of God on their shoulders with the poles, as Moses commanded according to the word of the Lord. David spoke to the chief of the Levites to appoint their brothers the singers, with instruments of music, psalteries and harps and cymbals, sounding aloud, and lifting up the voice with joy. So the Levites appointed Heman the son of Joel and his brothers, Asaph the son of Berechiah, and of the sons of Merari their brothers, Ethan the son of Cushiah, and with them their brothers of the second degree, Zechariah, Ben, and Jaziel, and Shemiramoth, and Jehiel, and Unai, Eliab, and Benaiah, and Maaseiah, and Mattathiah, and Elephalu, and Micaiah, and Obed-Edom, and Jael the doorkeepers. So the singers, Heman, Asaph, and Ethan, were appointed with cymbals of brass to sound aloud, and Zechariah, and Aziel, and Shemiramoth, and Jehiel, and Unai, and Eliab, and Maaseiah, and Benaiah, with psalteries set to Alamoth, and Mattathiah, and Elephalu, and Micaiah, and Obed-Edom, and Jael, and Azaziah, with harps tuned to the 8-string lyre to lead. Chenaniah, chief of the Levites, was over the song. He instructed about the song because he was skillful. Berechiah and Elkanah were doorkeepers for the ark. Shebaniah and Josaphat and Nethanel and Amasai and Zechariah and Benaniah and Eleazar the priest did blow the trumpets before the ark of God, and Obed-Edom and Jehiah were doorkeepers for the ark. So David and the elders of Israel and the captains over thousands went to bring up the ark of the covenant of the Lord out of the house of Obed-Edom with joy. It happened, when God helped the Levites who bore the ark of the covenant of the Lord, that they sacrificed 7 bulls and 7 rams. David was clothed with a robe of fine linen, and all the Levites who bore the ark, and the singers, and Chenaniah, the master of the song with the singers, and David had on him an ephod of linen. Thus all Israel brought up the ark of the covenant of the Lord with shouting, and with the sound of the cornet, and with trumpets, and with cymbals, sounding aloud with psalteries and harps. It happened, as the ark of the covenant of the Lord came to the city of David, that Michal the daughter of Saul looked out at the window, and saw King David dancing and playing, and she despised him in her heart. Chapter 16. They brought in the ark of God, and set it in the midst of the tent that David had pitched for it, and they offered burnt offerings and peace offerings before God. When David had made an end of offering the burnt offering and the peace offerings, he blessed the people in the name of the Lord. He dealt to every one of Israel, both man and woman, to every one a loaf of bread, and a portion of flesh, and a cake of raisins. He appointed certain of the Levites to minister before the ark of the Lord, and to celebrate, and to thank and praise the Lord, the God of Israel. Asaph the chief, and second to him Zechariah, Jael, and Shemiramoth, and Jehiel, and Mattithiah, and Eliab, and Benaiah, and Obed-Edom, and Jael, with psalteries and with harps, and Asaph with cymbals sounding aloud, and Benaiah and Jahaziel the priest, with trumpets continually before the ark of the covenant of God. Then on that day David first ordained to give thanks to the Lord by the hand of Asaph and his brothers. O give thanks to the Lord, call on his name, make known his doings among the peoples, sing to him, sing praises to him. Talk of all his marvelous works, glory in his holy name. Let the heart of them rejoice who seek the Lord. Seek you the Lord and his strength, seek his face forevermore. Remember his marvelous works that he has done, his wonders and the judgments of his mouth. You seed of Israel his servant, you children of Jacob his chosen ones. He is the Lord our God, his judgments are in all the earth. Remember his covenant forever, the word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, the covenant which he made with Abraham, his oath to Isaac, confirmed the same to Jacob for a statute, to Israel for an everlasting covenant, saying, To you will I give the land of Canaan, the lot of your inheritance. When you were but a few men in number, yes, very few, and foreigners in it. They went about from nation to nation, from one kingdom to another people. He allowed no man to do them wrong. Yes, he reproved kings for their sakes, saying, Don't touch my anointed ones, do my prophets no harm. Sing to the Lord, all the earth. Show forth his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the nations, his marvelous works among all the peoples. For great is the Lord, and greatly to be praised. He also is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the peoples are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Honor and majesty are before him, strength and gladness are in his place. Ascribe to the Lord, you relatives of the peoples. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory due to his name. Bring an offering and come before him. Worship the Lord in holy array. Tremble before him, all the earth. The world also is established that it can't be moved. Let the heavens be glad, and let the earth rejoice. Let them say among the nations, The Lord reigns. Let the sea roar in the fullness. Let the field exult in all that is in it. Then shall the trees of the wood sing for joy before the Lord, for he comes to judge the earth. O give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, for his loving kindness endures forever. Say, Save us, God of our salvation. Gather us together, and deliver us from the nations, to give thanks to your holy name, to triumph in your praise. Blessed be the Lord, the God of Israel, from everlasting even to everlasting. All the people said, Amen, and praised the Lord. So he left there, before the ark of the covenant of the Lord, Asaph and his brothers, to minister before the ark continually, as every day's work required. And Obed-Edom with their brothers 68. Obed-Edom also the son of Jeduthun and Hosah to be doorkeepers. And Zadok the priest and his brothers the priest, before the tent of the Lord in the high place that was at Gibeon, to offer burnt offerings to the Lord on the altar of burnt offering continually, morning and evening, even according to all that is written in the law of the Lord, which he commanded to Israel. And with them Heman and Jeduthun, and the rest who were chosen, who were mentioned by name, to give thanks to the Lord, because his loving kindness endures forever. And with them Heman and Jeduthun with trumpets and cymbals for those that should sound aloud, and with instruments for the songs of God, and the sons of Jeduthun to be at the gate. All the people departed every man to his house, and David returned to bless his house. Chapter 17. It happened, when David lived in his house, that David said to Nathan the prophet, Behold, I dwell in a house of cedar, but the ark of the covenant of the Lord dwells under curtains. Nathan said to David, Do all that is in your heart, for God is with you." It happened the same night that the word of God came to Nathan, saying, "Go and tell David my servant, Thus says the Lord, You shall not build me a house to dwell in. For I have not lived in a house since the day that I brought up Israel to this day, but have gone from tent to tent, and from one tent to another. In all places in which I have walked with all Israel, spoke I a word with any of the judges of Israel, whom I commanded to be shepherd of my people, saying, Why have you not built me a house of cedar? Now therefore thus shall you tell my servant David, Thus says the Lord of armies, I took you from the sheep pen, from following the sheep, that you should be prince over my people Israel, and I have been with you wherever you have gone, and have cut off all your enemies from before you, and I will make you a name, like the name of the great ones who are in the earth. I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, that they may dwell in their own place, and be moved no more. Neither shall the children of wickedness waste them any more as at the first, and as from the day that I commanded judges to be over my people Israel, and I will subdue all your enemies. Moreover, I tell you that the Lord will build you a house. It shall happen, when your days are fulfilled, that you must go to be with your fathers, that I will set up your seed after you, who shall be of your sons, and I will establish his kingdom. He shall build me a house, and I will establish his throne forever. I will be his father, and he shall be my son, and I will not take my loving kindness away from him, as I took it from him that was before you. But I will settle him in my house and in my kingdom forever, and his throne shall be established forever. According to all these words, and according to all this vision, so did Nathan speak to David. Then David the king went in, and sat before the Lord, and he said, Who am I, Lord God, and what is my house that you have brought me thus far? This was a small thing in your eyes, God, but you have spoken of your servant's house for a great while to come, and have regarded me according to the estate of a man of high degree. O Lord God, what can David say yet more to you concerning the honor which is done to your servant? For you know your servant. O Lord, for your servant's sake, and according to your own heart have you worked all this greatness, to make known all these great things. O Lord, there is none like you, neither is there any God besides you, according to all that we have heard with our ears. What one nation in the earth is like your people Israel, whom God went to redeem to himself for a people, to make you a name by great and awesome things, in driving out nations from before your people, whom you redeem out of Egypt. For your people Israel did you make your own people forever, and you, O Lord, became their God. Now, Lord, let the word that you have spoken concerning your servant and concerning his house be established forever, and do as you have spoken. Let your name be established and magnified forever, saying, The Lord of armies is the God of Israel. Even a God to Israel, and the house of David your servant is established before you. For you, my God, have revealed to your servant that you will build him a house. Therefore has your servant found in his heart to pray before you. Now, O Lord, you are God, and have promised this good thing to your servant. And now it has pleased you to bless the house of your servant, that it may continue forever before you. For you, O Lord, have blessed, and it is blessed forever. Chapter 18. After this it happened, that David struck the Philistines and subdued them, and took Gath and its towns out of the hand of the Philistines. He struck Moab, and the Moabites became servants to David and brought tribute. David struck Hadarezer, king of Zobah, to Hamath, as he went to establish his dominion by the river Euphrates. David took from him 1,000 chariots, and 7,000 horsemen, and 20,000 footmen. And David hamstrung all the chariot horses, but reserved of them for 100 chariots. When the Syrians of Damascus came to help Hadarezer, king of Zobah, David struck of the Syrians 22,000 men. Then David put garrisons in Syria of Damascus, and the Syrians became servants to David and brought tribute. The Lord gave victory to David wherever he went. David took the shields of gold that were on the servants of Hadarezer and brought them to Jerusalem. From Tibhath and from Kun, cities of Hadarezer, David took very much brass, with which Solomon made the brazen sea, and the pillars, and the vessels of brass. When Tau, king of Hamath, heard that David had struck all the host of Hadarezer, king of Zobah, he sent Hadoram his son to King David to greet him and to bless him, because he had fought against Hadarezer and struck him. For Hadarezer had wars with Tau, and he had with him all manner of vessels of gold and silver and brass. These also did King David dedicate to the Lord, with the silver and the gold that he carried away from all the nations, from Edom, and from Moab, and from the children of Ammon, and from the Philistines, and from Amalek. Moreover, Abishai the son of Zeruiah struck of the Edomites in the valley of Salt 18,000. He put garrisons in Edom, and all the Edomites became servants to David. The Lord gave victory to David wherever he went. David reigned over all Israel, and he executed justice and righteousness to all his people. Joab the son of Zeruiah was over all the host, and Jehoshaphat the son of Ahilud was the recorder, and Zadok the son of Ahitub, and Abimelech the son of Abiathar were priests, and Shavsha was scribe, and Benaiah the son of Jehoiada was over the Cherethites and the Pelethites, and the sons of David were chief about the king. Chapter 19. It happened after this, that Nahash, the king of the children of Ammon, died, and his son reigned in his place. David said, I will show kindness to Hanan the son of Nahash, because his father showed kindness to me. So David sent messengers to comfort him concerning his father. David's servants came into the land of the children of Ammon to Hanan to comfort him. But the princes of the children of Ammon said to Hanan, Do you think that David does honor your father, and that he has sent comforters to you? Aren't his servants come to you to search, and to overthrow, and to spy out the land? So Hanan took David's servants, and shaved them, and cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away. Then there went certain persons, and told David how the men were treated. He sent to meet them, for the men were greatly ashamed. The king said, Stay at Jericho until your beards are grown, and then return. When the children of Ammon saw that they had made themselves odious to David, Hanan and the children of Ammon sent 1,000 talents of silver to hire chariots and horsemen out of Mesopotamia, and out of Aramacah, and out of Zobah. So they hired 32,000 chariots, and the king of Makkah and his people, who came and encamped before Medeba. The children of Ammon gathered themselves together from their cities, and came to battle. When David heard of it, he sent Joab, and all the host of the mighty men. The children of Ammon came out, and put the battle in array at the gate of the city, and the kings who had come were by themselves in the field. Now when Joab saw that the battle was set against him before and behind, he chose of all the choice men of Israel, and put them in array against the Syrians. The rest of the people he committed into the hand of Abishai his brother, and they put themselves in array against the children of Ammon. He said, If the Syrians be too strong for me, then you shall help me. But if the children of Ammon be too strong for you, then I will help you. Be of good courage, and let us play the man for our people, and for the cities of our God, and the Lord do that which seems him good. So Joab and the people who were with him drew near before the Syrians to the battle, and they fled before him. When the children of Ammon saw that the Syrians were fled, they likewise fled before Abishai his brother, and entered into the city. Then Joab came to Jerusalem. When the Syrians saw that they were put to the worse before Israel, they sent messengers, and drew forth the Syrians who were beyond the river, with Shophach, the captain of the host of Hadarezer, at their head. It was told David, and he gathered all Israel together, and passed over the Jordan, and came on them, and set the battle in array against them. So when David had put the battle in array against the Syrians, they fought with him. The Syrians fled before Israel, and David killed of the Syrians the men of 7,000 chariots, and 40,000 footmen, and killed Shophach, the captain of the host. When the servants of Hadarezer saw that they were put to the worst before Israel, they made peace with David and served him, neither would the Syrians help the children of Ammon any more. Chapter 20. It happened, at the time of the return of the year, at the time when kings go out to battle, that Joab led forth the army, and wasted the country of the children of Ammon, and came and besieged Rabbah. But David stayed at Jerusalem. Joab struck Rabbah and overthrew it. David took the crown of their king from off his head, and found it to weigh 1 talent of gold, and there were precious stones in it, and it was set on David's head. And he brought forth the spoil of the city in great quantity. He brought forth the people who were therein, and cut them with saws, and with harrows of iron, and with axes. Thus David did to all the cities of the children of Ammon. David and all the people returned to Jerusalem. It happened after this, that there arose war at Gezer with the Philistines. Then Sibbechai the Hushathite killed Sippai of the sons of the giant, and they were subdued. There was again war with the Philistines, and Elhanan the son of Jair killed Lahmi, the brother of Goliath the Gittite, the staff of whose spear was like a weaver's beam. There was again war at Gath, where was a man of great stature, whose fingers and toes were 24, 6 on each hand, and 6 on each foot, and he also was born to the giant. When he defied Israel, Jonathan the son of Shimei, David's brother, killed him. These were born to the giant in Gath, and they fell by the hand of David, and by the hand of his servants. Chapter 21. Satan stood up against Israel, and moved David to number Israel. David said to Joab and to the princes of the people, Go, number Israel from Beersheba even to Dan, and bring me word, that I may know the sum of them. Joab said, The Lord make his people 100 times as many as they are, but, my lord the king, aren't they all my lord's servants? Why does my lord require this thing? Why will he be a cause of guilt to Israel? Nevertheless the king's word prevailed against Joab. Therefore Joab departed, and went throughout all Israel, and came to Jerusalem. Joab gave up the sum of the numbering of the people to David. All those of Israel were 1,100,000 men who drew sword, and in Judah were 470,000 men who drew the sword. But he didn't count Levi and Benjamin among them, for the king's word was abominable to Joab. God was displeased with this thing, therefore he struck Israel. David said to God, I have sinned greatly in that I have done this thing, but now put away, I beg you, the iniquity of your servant, for I have done very foolishly. The Lord spoke to Gad, David's seer, saying, Go and speak to David, saying, Thus says the Lord, I offer you 3 things. Choose you one of them, that I may do it to you. So Gad came to David and said to him, Thus says the Lord, Take what you will. Either 3 years of famine, or 3 months to be consumed before your foes, while the sword of your enemies overtakes you, or else 3 days the sword of the Lord, even pestilence in the land, and the angel of the Lord destroying throughout all the borders of Israel. Now therefore consider what answer I shall return to him who sent me. David said to Gad, I am in a great strait. Let me fall, I pray, into the hand of the Lord, for very great are his mercies, and let me not fall into the hand of man. So the Lord sent a pestilence on Israel, and there fell of Israel 70,000 men. God sent an angel to Jerusalem to destroy it, and as he was about to destroy, the Lord saw, and he repented of the evil, and said to the destroying angel, It is enough, now stay your hand. The angel of the Lord was standing by the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite. David lifted up his eyes, and saw the angel of the Lord standing between earth and the sky, having a drawn sword in his hand stretched out over Jerusalem. Then David and the elders, clothed in sackcloth, fell on their faces. David said to God, "Isn't it I who commanded the people to be numbered? It is even I who have sinned and done very wickedly, but these sheep, what have they done? Please let your hand, O Lord my God, be against me and against my father's house, but not against your people, that they should be plagued." Then the angel of the Lord commanded Gad to tell David that David should go up and raise an altar to the Lord in the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite. David went up at the saying of Gad, which he spoke in the name of the Lord. Ornan turned back and saw the angel, and his 4 sons who were with him hid themselves. Now Ornan was threshing wheat. As David came to Ornan, Ornan looked and saw David, and went out of the threshing floor and bowed himself to David with his face to the ground. Then David said to Ornan, "Give me the place of this threshing floor, that I may build thereon an altar to the Lord. For the full price shall you give it to me, that the plague may be stayed from the people." Ornan said to David, "Take it, and let my lord the king do which is good in his eyes. Behold, I give you the oxen for burnt offerings, and the threshing instruments for wood, and the wheat for the meal offering. I give it all." King David said to Ornan, "No, but I will most assuredly buy it for the full price, for I will not take that which is yours for the Lord, nor offer a burnt offering without cost." So David gave to Ornan for the place 600 shekels of gold by weight. David built there an altar to the Lord, and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings, and called on the Lord. And he answered him from the sky by fire on the altar of burnt offering. The Lord commanded the angel, and he put up his sword again into its sheath. At that time, when David saw that the Lord had answered him in the threshing floor of Ornan the Jebusite, then he sacrificed there. For the tent of the Lord, which Moses made in the wilderness, and the altar of burnt offering, were at that time in the high place at Gibeon. But David couldn't go before it to inquire of God, for he was afraid because of the sword of the angel of the Lord. Chapter 22. Then David said, "This is the house of the Lord God, and this is the altar of burnt offering for Israel." David commanded to gather together the foreigners who were in the land of Israel, and he set masons to hew worked stones to build the house of God. David prepared iron in abundance for the nails for the doors of the gates, and for the couplings, and brass in abundance without weight, and cedar trees without number, for the Sidonians and they of Tyre brought cedar trees in abundance to David. David said, "Solomon my son is young and tender, and the house that is to be built for the Lord must be exceedingly magnificent, of fame and of glory throughout all countries. I therefore will make preparation for it." So David prepared abundantly before his death. Then he called for Solomon his son, and charged him to build a house for the Lord, the God of Israel. David said to Solomon his son, "As for me, it was in my heart to build a house to the name of the Lord my God. But the word of the Lord came to me, saying, You have shed blood abundantly, and have made great wars. You shall not build a house to my name, because you have shed much blood on the earth in my sight. Behold, a son shall be born to you, who shall be a man of rest, and I will give him rest from all his enemies round about. For his name shall be Solomon, and I will give peace and quietness to Israel in his days. He shall build a house for my name, and he shall be my son, and I will be his father. And I will establish the throne of his kingdom over Israel forever. Now, my son, the Lord be with you and prosper you, and build the house of the Lord your God as he has spoken concerning you. May the Lord give you discretion and understanding, and put you in charge of Israel, that you may keep the law of the Lord your God. Then you shall prosper if you observe to do the statutes and the ordinances which the Lord gave Moses concerning Israel. Be strong and of good courage. Don't be afraid, neither be dismayed. Now behold, In my affliction I have prepared for the house of the Lord 100,000 talents of gold, and 1,000,000 talents of silver, and of brass and iron without weight, for it is in abundance. Timber also and stone have I prepared, and you may add to them. There are also workmen with you in abundance, cutters and workers of stone and timber, and all kinds of men who are skillful in every kind of work. Of the gold, the silver, and the brass, and the iron there is no number. Arise and be going, and the Lord be with you. David also commanded all the princes of Israel to help Solomon his son, saying, Isn't the Lord your God with you? Hasn't he given you rest on every side? For he has delivered the inhabitants of the land into my hand, and the land is subdued before the Lord and before his people. Now set your heart and your soul to seek after the Lord your God. Arise, therefore, and build the sanctuary of the Lord God, to bring the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and the holy vessels of God into the house that is to be built to the name of the Lord. Chapter 23. Now David was old and full of days, and he made Solomon his son king over Israel. He gathered together all the princes of Israel with the priests and the Levites. The Levites were numbered from 30 years old and upward, and their number by their polls, man by man, was 38,000. Of these, 24,000 were to oversee the work of the house of the Lord, and 6,000 were officers and judges, and 4,000 were doorkeepers, and 4,000 praised the Lord with the instruments which I made, said David, for giving praise. David divided them into divisions according to the sons of Levi, Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Of the Gershonites, Ladan and Shimei. The sons of Ladan, Jehiel the chief, and Zetham and Joel, 3. The sons of Shimei, Shelomoth and Haziel and Haran, 3. These were the heads of the fathers' houses of Ladan. The sons of Shimei, Jahath, Zina, and Jeush, and Beriah. These 4 were the sons of Shimei. Jahath was the chief, and Ziza the second. But Jeush and Beriah didn't have many sons, therefore they became a father's house in one reckoning. The sons of Kohath, Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel, 4. The sons of Amram, Aaron and Moses. And Aaron was separated, that he should sanctify the most holy things, he and his sons forever, to burn incense before the Lord, to minister to him, and to bless in his name forever. But as for Moses, the man of God, his sons were named among the tribe of Levi. The sons of Moses, Gershom and Eleazar. The sons of Gershom, Shebuel the chief. The sons of Eleazar were Rehabiah the chief, and Eleazar had no other sons, but the sons of Rehabiah were very many. The sons of Izhar, Shelomith the chief. The sons of Hebron, Jeriah the chief, Amariah the second, Jahaziel the third, and Jekameam the fourth. The sons of Uzziel, Micah the chief, and Ishiah the second. The sons of Merari, Malai and Mushai. The sons of Malai, Eleazar and Kish. Eleazar died and had no sons, but daughters only, and their brothers the sons of Kish took them to wife. The sons of Mushai, Malai, Eder, and Jeremoth, 3. These were the sons of Levi after their fathers' houses, even the heads of the fathers' houses of those who were counted in the number of the names by their polls, who did the work for the service of the house of the Lord, from 20 years old and upward. For David said, The Lord, the God of Israel, has given rest to his people, and he dwells in Jerusalem forever. And also the Levites shall no more have need to carry the tent and all the vessels of it for its service. For by the last words of David, the sons of Levi were numbered from 20 years old and upward. For their office was to wait on the sons of Aaron for the service of the house of the Lord, in the courts, and in the chambers, and in the purifying of all holy things, even the work of the service of the house of God, for the showbread also, and also for the fine flour for a meal offering, whether of unleavened wafers, or of that which is baked in the pan, or of that which is soaked, and for all manner of measure and size, and to stand every morning to thank and praise the Lord, and likewise in the evening, and to offer all burnt offerings to the Lord on the Sabbaths, on the new moons, and on the set feast, in number according to the ordinance concerning them, continually before the Lord, and that they should keep the charge of the tent of meeting, and the charge of the holy place, and the charge of the sons of Aaron their brothers, for the service of the house of the Lord. Chapter 24. These were the divisions of the sons of Aaron. The sons of Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar. But Nadab and Abihu died before their father, and had no children. Therefore Eleazar and Ithamar executed the priest's office. David with Zadok, of the sons of Eleazar, and Ahimelech, of the sons of Ithamar, divided them according to their ordering in their service. There were more chief men found of the sons of Eleazar than of the sons of Ithamar, and thus were they divided. Of the sons of Eleazar there were 16, heads of fathers' houses, and of the sons of Ithamar, according to their fathers' houses, 8. Thus were they divided impartially by drawing lots. For there were princes of the sanctuary and princes of God, both of the sons of Eleazar and of the sons of Ithamar. Shemaiah, the son of Nethanel the scribe, who was of the Levites, wrote them in the presence of the king and the princes, and Zadok the priest, and Ahimelech the son of Abiathar, and the heads of the fathers' houses of the priest and of the Levites, one father's house being taken for Eleazar, and one taken for Ithamar. Now the first lot came forth to Jehoiarib, the second to Jediah, the third to Hiram, the fourth to Seoram, the fifth to Malchijah, the sixth to Mijamim, the seventh to Hakkoz, the eighth to Abijah, the ninth to Jeshua, the 10th to Shechaniah, the 11th to Eliashib, the 12th to Jacham, the 13th to Huppah, the 14th to Jeshabab, the 15th to Bilgah, the 16th to Immer, the 17th to Hezer, the 18th to Haphazez, the 19th to Pethathiah, the 20th to Jehezkel, the 21st to Jachin, the 22nd to Gamul, the 23rd to Deliah, the 24th to Mosiah. This was the ordering of them in their service, to come into the house of the Lord according to the ordinance given to them by Aaron their father, as the Lord, the God of Israel, had commanded him. Of the rest of the sons of Levi, of the sons of Amram, Shubael, of the sons of Shubael, Jehadiah, of Rehabiah, of the sons of Rehabiah, Ashiah the chief, of the Israelites, Shelomoth, of the sons of Shelomoth, Jahath, the sons of Hebron, Jeriah the chief, Amariah the second, Jahaziel the third, Jechmeam the fourth, the sons of Uziel, Micah, of the sons of Micah, Shamir, the brother of Micah, Ishiah, of the sons of Ishiah, Zechariah, the sons of Merari, Malai and Mushai, the sons of Josiah, Beno, the sons of Merari, of Josiah, Beno, and Shoham, and Zachar, and Ibri, of Malai, Eleazar, who had no sons, of Kish, the sons of Kish, Jeramiel, the sons of Mushai, Malai, and Eder, and Jeremoth. These were the sons of the Levites after their fathers' houses. These likewise cast lots, even as their brothers the sons of Aaron, in the presence of David the king, and Zadok, and Ahimelech, and the heads of the fathers' houses of the priest and of the Levites, the fathers' houses of the chief, even as those of his younger brother. Chapter 25. Moreover, David and the captains of the host set apart for the service certain of the sons of Asaph, and of Heman, and of Jeduthun, who should prophesy with harps, with psalteries, and with cymbals. And the number of those who did the work according to their service was, of the sons of Asaph, Zachar, and Joseph, and Nethaniah, and Asherellah, the sons of Asaph, under the hand of Asaph, who prophesied after the order of the king. Of Jeduthun, the sons of Jeduthun, Gedaliah, and Zerai, and Jeshiah, Hashabiah, and Mattathiah, 6, under the hands of their father, Jeduthun with the harp, who prophesied in giving thanks and praising the Lord. Of Heman, the sons of Heman, Bukiah, Mattaniah, Uziel, Shebuel, and Jeremoth, Hananiah, Hanani, Eliathath, Gedalti, and Romante-Ezer, Joshbekasha, Malothai, Hothir, Mahazioth. All these were the sons of Heman, the king's seer, in the words of God, to lift up the horn. God gave to Heman 14 sons and 3 daughters. All these were under the hands of their father for song in the house of the Lord, with cymbals, psalteries, and harps, for the service of the house of God. Asaph, Jeduthun, and Heman being under the order of the king. The number of them with their brothers who were instructed in singing to the Lord, even all who were skillful, was 288. They cast lots for their offices, all alike, the small as well as the great, the teacher as the scholar. Now the first lot came forth for Asaph to Joseph, the second to Gedaliah. He and his brothers and sons were 12. The third to Zachar, his sons and his brothers, 12. The fourth to Izri, his sons and his brothers, 12. The fifth to Nethaniah, his sons and his brothers, 12. The sixth to Bechiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. The seventh to Jesharela, his sons and his brothers, 12. The eighth to Jeshiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. The ninth to Mattaniah, his sons and his brothers, 12. The 10th to Shimei, his sons and his brothers, 12. The 11th to Azarel, his sons and his brothers, 12. The 12th to Hashabiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 13th, Shubael, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 14th, Mattathiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 15th, to Jeremoth, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 16th, to Hananiah, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 17th, to Joshbekasha, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 18th, to Hanani, his sons and his brothers, 12. For 19th, to Malathi, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 20th, to Eliathah, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 21st, to Hothir, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 22nd, to Gedalti, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 23rd, to Mahazioth, his sons and his brothers, 12. For the 24th, to Romantiezer, his sons and his brothers, 12. Chapter 26. For the divisions of the doorkeepers, of the Korahites, Meshelemiah the son of Kor. Of the sons of Asaph, Meshelemiah had sons, Zechariah the firstborn, Jediael the second, Zebadiah the third, Jathniel the fourth, Elam the fifth, Jehohanan the sixth, Elihoenai the seventh. Obed-Edom had sons, Shemaiah the firstborn, Jehozabad the second, Joah the third, and Sacher the fourth, and Nethanel the fifth, Amiel the sixth, Issachar the seventh, Peluthai the eighth, for God blessed him. Also to Shemaiah his son were born sons, who ruled over the house of their father, for they were mighty men of valor. The sons of Shemaiah, Othni, and Raphael, and Obed, Elzabad, whose brothers were valiant men, Elihu, and Semachiah. All these were of the sons of Obed-Edom, they and their sons and their brothers, able men in strength for the service, 62 of Obed-Edom. Meshelemiah had sons and brothers, valiant men, 18. Also Hosa of the children of Merari had sons, Shimri the chief, for though he was not the firstborn, yet his father made him chief. Hilkiah the second, Tebaliah the third, Zechariah the fourth. All the sons and brothers of Hosha were 13. Of these were the divisions of the doorkeepers, even of the chief men, having offices like their brothers, to minister in the house of the Lord. They cast lots, the small as well as the great, according to their fathers' houses for every gate. The lot eastward fell to Shelemiah. Then for Zechariah his son, a wise counselor, they cast lots, and his lot came out northward. To Obed-Edom southward, and to his sons the storehouse. To Shuppim and Hosha westward by the gate of Shalaketh, at the causeway that goes up, watch against watch. Eastward were 6 Levites, northward 4 a day, southward 4 a day, and for the storehouse 2 and 2. for Parbar westward, 4 at the causeway, and 2 at Parbar. These were the divisions of the doorkeepers, of the sons of the Korahites, and of the sons of Merari. Of the Levites, Ahijah was over the treasures of the house of God, and over the treasures of the dedicated things. The sons of Laden, the sons of the Gershonites belonging to Laden, the heads of the fathers' houses belonging to Laden the Gershonite, Jahili. The sons of Jahili, Zetham, and Joel his brother, over the treasures of the house of the Lord. Of the Amratites, of the Izharites, of the Hebronites, of the Uzzielites, and Shebuel the son of Gershom, the son of Moses, was ruler over the treasures. His brothers, of Eleazar came Rehabiah his son, and Jeshiah his son, and Joram his son, and Zichri his son, and Shelomoth his son. This Shelomoth and his brothers were over the treasures of the dedicated things, which David the king, and the heads of the fathers' houses, the captains over thousands and hundreds, and the captains of the host had dedicated. Out of the spoil won in battles did they dedicate to repair the house of the Lord. All that Samuel the seer, and Saul the son of Kish, and Abner the son of Ner, and Joab the son of Zeruiah had dedicated, whoever had dedicated anything, it was under the hand of Shelomoth and his brothers. Of the Israelites, Chaniah and his sons were for the outward business over Israel, for officers and judges. Of the Hebronites, Hashabiah and his brothers, men of valor, 1,700, had the oversight of Israel, beyond the Jordan westward, for all the business of the Lord, and for the service of the king. Of the Hebronites was Jerijah the chief, even of the Hebronites, according to their generations by fathers' houses. In the 40th year of the reign of David they were sought for, and they were found among them mighty men of valor at Jazer of Gilead. His brothers, men of valor, were 2,700, heads of fathers' houses, whom King David had made overseers over the Reubenites, and the Gadites, and the half-tribe of the Manassites, for every matter pertaining to God, and for the affairs of the king. Chapter 27. Now the children of Israel after their number, the heads of the fathers' houses, and captains of thousands and of hundreds, and their officers who served the king, in any matter of the divisions which came in and went out month by month, throughout all the months of the year, of every division were 24,000. Over the first division for the first month was Jashobeam, the son of Zabdiel, and in his division were 24,000. He was of the children of Perez, the chief of all the captains of the host for the first month. Over the division of the second month was Dodai the Hohite, and his division, and Mikloth the ruler, and in his division were 24,000. The third captain of the host for the third month was Benaiah, the son of Jehoiada the priest, chief, and in his division were 24,000. This is that Benaiah who was the mighty man of the 30, and over the 30, and of his division was Amminadab his son. The fourth captain for the fourth month was Asahel, the brother of Joab, and Zebadiah his son after him, and in his division were 24,000. The fifth captain for this fifth month was Shamuth, the Israelite, and in his division were 24,000. The sixth captain for the sixth month was Ira, the son of Ikish, the Tekoite, and in his division were 24,000. The seventh captain for the seventh month was Helez the Pelonite, of the children of Ephraim, and in his division were 24,000. The eighth captain for the eighth month was Sibbecai the Hushathite, of the Zerahites, and in his division were 24,000. The ninth captain for the ninth month was Abiezer the Anothathite, of the Benjamites, and in his division were 24,000. The 10th captain for the 10th month was Maharai the Netophathite, of the Zerahites, and in his division were 24,000. The 11th captain for the 11th month was Benaiah the Pirathonite, of the children of Ephraim, and in his division were 24,000. The 12th captain for the 12th month was Heldai the Netophathite, of Othniel, and in his division were 24,000. Furthermore, over the tribes of Israel, of the Reubenites was Eleazar the son of Zichri the ruler. Of the Simeonites, Shephatiah the son of Makkah. Of Levi, Hashabiah the son of Kemuel. Of Aaron, Zadok. Of Judah, Elihu, one of the brothers of David. Of Issachar, Omri the son of Michael. Of Zebulun, Ishmaiah the son of Obadiah. Of Naphtali, Jeremoth the son of Azriel. Of the children of Ephraim, Hoshea the son of Azaziah. Of the half-tribe of Manasseh, Joel the son of Pedaiah. Of the half-tribe of Manasseh in Gilead, Iddo the son of Zerechiah. Of Benjamin, Jasiel the son of Abner. Of Dan, Azarel the son of Jeroram. These are the captains of the tribes of Israel. But David didn't take the number of them from 20 years old and under, because the Lord had said he would increase Israel like the stars of the sky. Joab the son of Zeruiah began to number, but didn't finish, and there came wrath for this on Israel. Neither was the number put into the account in the Chronicles of King David. Over the king's treasures was Asmaveth the son of Adiel, and over the treasures in the field, in the cities, and in the village, and in the towers, was Jonathan the son of Uzziah. Over those who did the work of the field for tillage of the ground was Ezri the son of Chelub, and over the vineyards was Shimei the Ramathite, and over the increase of the vineyards for the wine cellars was Zabdi the Shifmite, and over the olive trees and the sycamore trees that were in the lowland was Baal-Hanan the Gederite, and over the cellars of oil was Joash, and over the herds that fed in Sharon was Shitrai the Sharonite, and over the herds that were in the valleys was Shaphat the son of Adlai, and over the camels was Odbil the Ishmaelite, and over the donkeys was Jehediah the Meronothite, and over the flocks was Jazez the Hagrite. All these were the rulers of the substance which was King David's. Also Jonathan, David's uncle, was a counselor, a man of understanding and a scribe, and Jehiel the son of Hachmoni was with the king's sons. Ahithophel was the king's counselor, and Hushai the Archite was the king's friend, and after Ahithophel was Jehoiada the son of Benaiah, and Abiathar, and the captain of the king's host was Joab. Chapter 28. David assembled all the princes of Israel, the princes of the tribes, and the captains of the companies who served the king by division, and the captains of thousands, and the captains of hundreds, and the rulers over all the substance and possessions of the king and of his sons, with the officers and the mighty men, even all the mighty men of valor, to Jerusalem. Then David the king stood up on his feet and said, Hear me, my brothers, and my people. As for me, it was in my heart to build a house of rest for the ark of the covenant of the Lord, and for the footstool of our God, and I had made ready for the building. But God said to me, You shall not build a house for my name, because you are a man of war, and have shed blood. However, the Lord, the God of Israel, chose me out of all the house of my father to be king over Israel forever. For he has chosen Judah to be prince, and in the house of Judah, the house of my father. And among the sons of my father he took pleasure in me, to make me king over all Israel. Of all my sons, for the Lord has given me many sons, he has chosen Solomon my son to sit on the throne of the kingdom of the Lord over Israel. He said to me, Solomon your son, he shall build my house and my courts, for I have chosen him to be my son, and I will be his father. I will establish his kingdom forever, if he be constant to do my commandments and my ordinances as at this day. Now therefore, in the sight of all Israel, the assembly of the Lord, and in the audience of our God, observe and seek out all the commandments of the Lord your God, that you may possess this good land, and leave it for an inheritance to your children after you forever. You, Solomon, my son, know the God of your father, and serve him with a perfect heart, and with a willing mind. For the Lord searches all hearts, and understands all the imaginations of the thoughts. If you seek him, he will be found of you, but if you forsake him, he will cast you off forever. Take heed now, for the Lord has chosen you to build a house for the sanctuary. Be strong and do it. Then David gave to Solomon his son the pattern of the porch of the temple, and of its houses, and of its treasuries, and of the upper rooms, and the inner chambers, and the place of the mercy seat, and the pattern of all that he had by the Spirit for the courts of the house of the Lord, and for all the surrounding rooms, for the treasuries of the house of God, and for the treasuries of the dedicated things, also for the divisions of the priests and Levites, and for all the work of the service of the house of the Lord, and for all the vessels of service in the house of the Lord, of gold by weight for the vessels of gold, for all vessels of every kind of service, of silver for all the vessels of silver by weight, for all the vessels of every kind of service, by weight also for the lampstands of gold, and for its lamps of gold by weight for every lampstand, and for the lamps of silver by weight for every lampstand, according to the use of every lamp, and the gold by weight for the tables of showbread for every table, and silver for the tables of silver, and the flesh hooks, and the basins, and the cups of pure gold, and for the golden bowls by weight for every bowl, and for the silver bowls by weight for every bowl, and for the altar of incense, refined gold by weight, and gold for the pattern of the chariot, even the cherubim, that spread out their wings, and covered the ark of the covenant of the Lord. All this, said David, have I been made to understand in writing from the hand of the Lord, even all the works of this pattern. David said to Solomon his son, Be strong and of good courage, and do it. Don't be afraid, nor be dismayed, for the Lord God, even my God, is with you. He will not fail you nor forsake you, until all the work for the service of the house of the Lord is finished. Behold, there are the divisions of the priests and the Levites, for all the service of the house of God. And there shall be with you in all manner of work every willing man who has skill, for any manner of service. Also the captains and all the people will be entirely at your command. Chapter 29. David the king said to all the assembly, Solomon my son, whom God alone has chosen, is yet young and tender, and the work is great. For the palace is not for man, but for the Lord God. Now I have prepared with all my might for the house of my God, the gold for the things of gold, and the silver for the things of silver, and the brass for the things of brass, the iron for the things of iron, and wood for the things of wood, onyx stones, and stones to be set, stones for inlaid work, and of various colors, and all manner of precious stones and marble stones in abundance. In addition, because I have set my affection on the house of my God, seeing that I have a treasure of my own gold and silver, I give it to the house of my God, over and above all that I have prepared for the holy house, even 3,000 talents of gold, of the gold of Ophir, and 7,000 talents of refined silver, with which to overlay the walls of the houses, of gold for the things of gold, and of silver for the things of silver, and for all manner of work to be made by the hands of craftsmen. Who then offers willingly to consecrate himself this day to the Lord? Then the princes of the fathers' houses, and the princes of the tribes of Israel, and the captains of thousands and of hundreds, with the rulers over the king's work, offered willingly. And they gave for the service of the house of God, of gold, 5,000 talents, and 10,000 derricks, and of silver, 10,000 talents, and of brass, 18,000 talents, and of iron, 100,000 talents. They with whom precious stones were found gave them to the treasurers of the house of the Lord, under the hand of Jehiel the Gershonite. Then the people rejoiced, because they offered willingly, because with a perfect heart they offered willingly to the Lord, and David the king also rejoiced with great joy. Therefore David blessed the Lord before all the assembly, and David said, You are blessed, O Lord, the God of Israel our Father, forever and ever. Yours, O Lord, is the greatness, the power, the glory, the victory, and the majesty. For all that is in the heavens and in the earth is yours. Yours is the kingdom, Lord, and you are exalted as head above all. Both riches and honor come from you, and you rule over all. And in your hand is power and might, and it is in your hand to make great and to give strength to all. Now therefore, our God, we thank you, and praise your glorious name. But who am I, and what is my people, that we should be able to offer so willingly as this? For all things come of you, and of your own have we given you. For we are strangers before you, and foreigners, as all our fathers were. Our days on the earth are as a shadow, and there is no abiding. O Lord our God, all this store that we have prepared to build you a house for your holy name comes of your hand, and is all your own. I know also, my God, that you try the heart, and have pleasure in uprightness. As for me, in the uprightness of my heart I have willingly offered all these things, and now I have seen with joy your people that are present here offer willingly to you. O Lord, the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Israel our fathers, keep this forever in the imagination of the thoughts of the heart of your people, and prepare their heart to you, and give to Solomon my son a perfect heart, to keep your commandments, your testimonies, and your statutes, and to do all these things, and to build the palace for which I have made provision. David said to all the assembly, Now bless the Lord your God. All the assembly blessed the Lord the God of their fathers, and bowed down their heads and worshipped the Lord, and the king also. They sacrificed sacrifices to the Lord, and offered burnt offerings to the Lord. On the next day after that day, even 1,000 bulls, 1,000 rams, and 1,000 lambs, with their drink offerings, and sacrifices in abundance for all Israel, and ate and drank before the Lord on that day with great gladness. They made Solomon the son of David king the second time, and anointed him to the Lord to be prince, and Zadok to be priest. Then Solomon sat on the throne of the Lord as king, instead of David his father, and prospered, and all Israel obeyed him. All the princes, the mighty men, and also all of the sons of King David submitted themselves to Solomon the king. The Lord magnified Solomon exceedingly in the sight of all Israel, and bestowed on him such royal majesty as had not been on any king before him in Israel. Now David the son of Jesse reigned over all Israel. The time that he reigned over Israel was 40 years. He reigned 7 years in Hebron, and 33 years he reigned in Jerusalem. He died in a good old age, full of days, riches, and honor, and Solomon his son reigned in his place. Now the acts of David the king, first and last, behold, they are written in the history of Samuel the seer, and in the history of Nathan the prophet, and in the history of Gad the seer, with all his reign and his might, and the times that went over him, and over Israel, and over all the kingdoms of the countries.